Hey, let's talk about coffee. That cup in your hand or the one you're thinking about getting, it's way more than just a morning pick-me-up. It's your ticket into a massive global market. Over the next few minutes, we're going to break down how you can go from just drinking coffee to actually owning a piece of the harvest itself. Yeah, long before it ever even thinks about hitting a cup.
Okay, get ready for this number. Every single day, we as a planet drink over 2 billion cups of coffee. That is a staggering amount. It makes coffee the second most traded commodity in the world, right after oil. It's a global engine, and it's powered entirely by caffeine. That's not just a fun fact, it's a colossal financial opportunity.
So here's the question that changes everything. Instead of just being the last person in line, the customer, what if you could get in on the action from the very beginning? What if you owned the beans while they were still on the tree? That's exactly where we're going today.
Now, to really get why this is such a huge opportunity, we first have to look at the problem. And trust me, it's a big one. The journey a single coffee bean takes from, say, a farm in Brazil to your local coffee shop is long, it's messy, and frankly, it's pretty broken.
Just look at all these steps. That one little bean gets passed through so many hands. Every single one of these middlemen, the exporter, the broker, the wholesaler, they all take a cut. So what's the result? The farmer who actually does all the hard work gets paid pennies, while the price you pay for your latte gets jacked up at every single stop along the way.
And this whole system creates the real issue here. It's basically a closed club, designed by and for giant corporations and traders. The people who actually grow the coffee, the farmers, they can't get direct access to funding. And smaller investors, people like us, we've always been locked out, completely.
But what if we could just skip all that? What if we could build a direct bridge, a digital highway that connects investors like you straight to the coffee farmer? Well, that's exactly what this new technology does. It's a smarter way to invest.
And the magic trick here is called tokenization. Now, don't let the techie-sounding name scare you. It's actually super simple. We're just taking a real-world thing, like a future harvest of coffee beans, and creating a digital certificate of ownership for it. We call that a token. And this token lives on a blockchain, which is just a fancy way of saying it's a super secure digital record book that nobody can mess with.
I mean, the difference is just night and day, right? On one side, you've got this tangled, murky supply chain where you have no idea what's going on, and on the other, a direct link from the farm. We're swapping out secret pricing for total transparency. And the best part? A market that was once just for the big guys is now thrown wide open to everyone.
So how does this actually work? It's basically a digital handshake called a forward contract. So step 1, a farmer says, hey, I've got a harvest coming up, and issues tokens representing that future coffee. This lets them raise money up front for things they need, like fertilizer or paying their workers. Step 2, you buy some of those tokens, becoming a direct financer of that harvest. Then once the coffee is grown, picked, and sold to a big brand, step 4 happens. You, the token holder, get your slice of the profit. It's really that direct. Now this new model, it's not just about a smarter way to make money, it's also about information. For the very first time, you have a crystal clear view right from your phone all the way back to the farm your investment is supporting. And that brings us to this incredible word, traceability. Because this is all logged on the blockchain, you can follow the exact journey of the coffee you invested in. I'm not kidding. We're talking about tracking a specific batch from a single tree, watching it get processed, and following it all the way until it's loaded onto a ship.
And this isn't just some abstract concept. You can actually verify real, tangible data. You can pull up the official quality certificates. You can check the records to see if the beans were stored properly. And this one is huge. You can even confirm that the farmers got a fair wage for their work through social impact reports. You're not just investing blindly. You're investing with total confidence.
Okay, so you get the how and the why. Let's get to the really good part. How do you actually use all this to your advantage? What's the playbook for becoming a digital coffee baron?
So there are 3 main strategies here. First, you play the seasons. It's smart, right? You can buy tokens during planting season, when farmers need the cash and prices are generally lower. Then you sell after the harvest, when the coffee is ready and prices usually go up. Second, it's a fantastic hedge against inflation. I mean, coffee is a real thing people buy every day, so as prices for everything else go up, so does the price of coffee. And finally, you have instant liquidity. Forget about trying to sell a giant bag of actual coffee beans. You can sell your digital tokens on an exchange in a matter of seconds, 24/7.
So as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to zoom out for a second. This whole idea, it's so much bigger than just your morning brew. This is about a massive change in how we own and trade real stuff in the real world.
At the end of the day, being a digital coffee baron isn't about gambling on some random digital coin. It's about taking real, tangible ownership of something the world absolutely needs to function every single day. And it's about doing it in a much smarter, more direct way.
And that right there, that's the big takeaway. This is the power of what we call real-world assets, or RWAs. It's this massive trend of taking complicated financial markets and plugging them right into the things we actually use and understand in our daily lives. Things like coffee.
So, what do you think? Pretty cool, right? But what's next? Well, in our next explainer, we are diving deep into another red-hot asset that's getting the same treatment: tokenized gold. We're going to ask if it's finally time to ditch paper gold for the digital version. You are not going to want to miss that one, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.